Welcome, it's denome. In this video we're going to take a look at Sushiswap, and this one is a crazy one. You can earn up to 2000% annual return currently for the next 2 weeks, and I've been farming this for 2 days now, and I will in this video cover all the risks as well as what it is, what you can do with it, what's their plan, what's the end goal, and of course all the risks once again. And if you think this is interesting, you know what to do. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So first, this is the website sushiswap.org, and there's not many things you can do here. You can simply go to the home or menu and about, and if we go to the menu here, this is the most interesting thing right here. So as you can see here, your annual return can be up to 2000%, and it's decentralized finance protocol. So you simply deposit your Uniswap liquidity pool tokens here, and then you start earning this crazy annual return. So I'm currently in the band pool, as well as in the link pool, and as well as the sushi party pool. So those are the three pools I'm currently in. So as you can see here, the band pool annual yield is about 2500%. And if I just select this, I harvested this for about 42 sushis not too long ago, and if you just if we are staying in this window for a while, you can see that this number is just growing. So I currently earn about maybe 2-3 sushis per hour, and it's going up. And if I want to harvest this, I will simply go to MetaMask. I'll click that, go to MetaMask, and as you can see here, our harvesting costs about $13 just to harvest. And of course, when SushiSwap got popular, the gas fees went absolutely insane. So what I typically want to do here is I want to increase the gas price to be a little bit higher, so I can actually get these transactions through. So that's just one gimmick I'm currently doing to not be pending for many minutes. So that's just a tip there. But now let's talk about the sushi. So this is the sushi's price, and as you can see here, one sushi is worth $6.42. So if I earn about 3 sushi per hour, you can understand what the potential here is. And if we take a look at the chart here, it's been absolutely crazy. It went from $1 to $6 now. And if you want to get in, the first thing I want to tell you is that do not buy sushi. Even though this could go to $12, it could go to $20, do not buy this token, because it is being farmed at an incredible inflation rate, and because of that, there will be a time when this will dump, and you don't want to be at the receiving end of this dump. So whatever you do, do not buy sushi tokens. Okay, if you want to farm sushi, that's fine, but do not buy sushi tokens. Even if this goes 1000% up, still do not buy sushi tokens, because what we saw with YAM is that when you had YAM and the price of YAM went to zero, basically, people who bought YAM lost their funds. But if you were just farming YAM, okay, your farm went to zero and you lost some gas fees, but at least you didn't lose your capital. So if you go all in on sushi, you are taking an extreme risk. So do not buy sushi, okay? And by the way, disclaimer, this is the most insane thing I've seen in crypto yet. So this is the crazy stuff. As you can see here on defipulse.com, this is the statistic that looks at what's happening on decentralized finance protocols. And if we take a look at the Uniswap pools, how much funds are locked in Uniswap, you can see here on August 27th, after YFV as well as the Sushi, this just went ballistic. So the amount of money locked in Uniswap is currently $1.2 billion. And if we take a look at Sushi, the value locked in Sushi is $1,070,000,000. So what Sushi is doing is they want to steal the liquidity from Uniswap. So this is the Uniswap right here. So how it works is if you trade here on Uniswap and you connect your wallet here, like I have, you can make these swaps between different coins. So if I swap from Ethereum to Swapcoin, funny name. Anyway, If I swap from ETH to swap, there's this price impact and the fee to liquidity providers. And this is an automated market maker tool. And this is basically at the center of all DeFi is this Uniswap. And if you want to earn the market maker fees, you simply go to these different pools and you provide liquidity for these pools. So you have to provide the 50% value in Ethereum and 50% value in another token. You can do it in different pairs like DAI and the token as well, but I'm not gonna go into that one. So you can select, let's say like XOR, you can just enter this XOR pool right here and you select like you want to put 1 ETH and a little bit XOR in this pool, and you simply supply the liquidity, and that's basically how liquidity pools work. I made a separate video how liquidity pools work, but that's how it works. And what SushiSwap, what they want to do is create their own Uniswap with the same exact interface, but the liquidity providers get a little bit more fees. But the actual user doesn't have to pay any more fees. And as you can see, the gas price is again quite insane when you just try to simply provide the liquidity. So let's just go over what the SushiSwap actually is trying to do. So this is the SushiSwap project. And here, if we scroll down, you can say that they want to take the Uniswap's elegant core, and they have added community-oriented features that will help in the design of the protocol, basically provide further benefits to the liquidity providers. So there's an incentive for the liquidity providers on SushiSwap. So the question is, why would anyone swap from Uniswap to SushiSwap? And the answer is just give them insane rewards. And that's basically what's going on here. So as a reward on SushiSwap, if you provide liquidity on SushiSwap compared to Uniswap, you will get the rewards in Sushi tokens. And even if you remove the liquidity from the pools, you will still continue to earn rewards if you hold these Sushi tokens. So that's basically what gives them value. And anyone holding Uniswap liquidity pool tokens, that you can stake those liquidity pool tokens in the SushiSwap protocol. That's basically how the token distribution works. So that's what I've done. So I'm currently in the Ethereum band pool, as well as the Ethereum link pool, as well as the Ethereum Sushi pool. So those are the pools I'm currently in. And when I'm in those pools, as a reward from that, Uniswap, it gives you back, if you supply this liquidity, it gives you this liquidity pool tokens back to your Ethereum address. And when you have that, you can simply come to the menu here and stake those liquidity pool tokens. So as you can see here with Band, let's go back to Band, you can see I have 28 liquidity pool tokens of Band ETH Uniswap version 2 liquidity pool tokens staked here. And that basically gives me this passive income in Sushi. So that's basically how it works. I don't know if there's any easy way to explain it. It's quite difficult to understand if this is the first video you've ever seen about this, but I'm just trying to go step by step. So how it works is that every block mined on Ethereum blockchain, 100 sushis will be created. But for the first 2 weeks, the amount of sushi created will be increased by 10x. So basically 1000 sushis are being minted every time there's a new block. So basically every few seconds there's 1000 new sushis being created. So this creates a massive inflation. So if you just calculate these numbers, so first 100,000 blocks, which is basically 2 weeks, there will be 100,000 sushis per block. So basically 100 million sushis will be minted. So if we go back to CoinGecko here, you can see that currently there's 24 million sushis, and there's still about, was it like 80 million or 85 million sushi still being minted with this increased pace. So the inflation for the next 2 weeks is gonna be like 500%. Yeah, but about that, 5x. Not 4x, 400%. It's gonna be the inflation. So that's gonna have a downward pressure on the price of sushi. So keep that in mind as well. The inflation is insane. Of course, the adoption of this is also insane. I'm going to show the stats soon. But anyway, just this will be 100 million very, very soon in less than 2 weeks now. And here is basically the calculator for that. You can come to this website. And by the way, I will link all these resources in the description as well. You can see this increased mining rate is going to still happen for 11 days and 9 hours. So that's what's going to happen. But let's go back here to this pool because there's some more information here. So how the rewards work when the liquidity actually is being migrated over to Sushiswap. I forgot to tell you that basically after the 2 weeks of this increased mining, anyone okay, it's actually said here sorry about that. So after the 2-week period, everybody who have staked these liquidity pool tokens on the Sushiswap protocol, those liquidity pool tokens will be transferred to the Sushiswap protocol. So you can decide before this period ends if you want to unstake your funds from Sushiswap or if you want to keep your funds on Sushiswap. Because if you keep your funds on Sushiswap, there could be some critical error or something happens that you actually lose your funds. So keep that in mind. That could happen. Of course, they're trying to do everything they can to avoid that situation, but that could happen. So personally, I'm currently leaning towards removing the liquidity out of Sushiswap before this 2-week period ends. So you can take that into consideration what you want to do, and that's why I'm following very closely what's happening with this. And there's going to be a security audit, so that's why I want to follow that. So basically, this is the block when rewards started being minted, and this is the block when the migration will happen and when the rewards will go from 10x back to 1x. So just that, but now let's go back to the reward distribution after the Sushiswap protocol is actually live. So 0.25% will directly go to the active liquidity providers, same as on Uniswap, but the 0.05% will be converted back to Sushi, and they will be distributed to Sushi token holders. So there's a benefit of holding these Sushi tokens. So that's basically how the rewards work. So the reward is not massively higher than on Uniswap, but it's 0.05% higher. So that's basically a reason for these liquidity providers to move over to Sushiswap, is that they can get just a little bit more extra for their tokens. And let's go back here, security audit. So yeah, the same security audit, smart contracts. So there will be these different protocols how you can interact with the Sushi, but I'm not going to go too much detail into that one. And that's basically how it works. It's just going to be the same thing as Uniswap. It's basically a copy-paste copy of that. They copied the stuff from Compound governance model, and they did their own token, and that's basically how it works. And is it going to work in the long run? Nobody knows. And many people say that it's going to fail. And another thing that's going to happen is that Uniswap version 3 is probably going to come out soon also. And there's rumors that Uniswap version 3 will also have their own token that you can actually mine. So we will see if Uniswap will go into this crazy yield farming race, and they will have their own token that you can mine when you provide liquidity. That would basically counter whatever Sushiswap is doing. So that's another reason, like if that happens, the price of these Sushi tokens could just drop instantly as well. So when you mine these and you pay these massive gas fees, there's a chance that you will never ever actually be able to earn anything from this. And also I want to warn you that if you provide liquidity on Sushiswap on these different pools, this contract, it could get hacked. And there's so much money currently here, more than 1 billion USD worth of money in these smart contracts. And for now, these are still unaudited smart contracts that we are working with. So it could get hacked. And if it gets hacked and $1 billion worth of funds are just removed from existence or censored for one hacker, that could of course be very, very bad. So keep that into consideration as well. And that would affect everybody on DeFi, everybody on crypto, not just people who are farming these tokens. And this is something I want to show also, is this sushi.zippo.io, because here, as you can see here, the rewards have been, the reward mining has started 83 hours ago, and now it has the 1 billion worth of funds locked in. But here, this is the crazy part. You can see here that how much of the liquidity on Uniswap has been transferred over to Sushiswap protocol. So if we just take a look at Link, because that is the one of the most interesting ones, you can see that 93.9% of the Link liquidity on Uniswap, of the total liquidity on Uniswap on Link ETH pair, has been transferred over to Sushiswap protocol. And this is completely insane, in my opinion. And you can see here even SUSD ETH, 99.6% of that liquidity has been transferred over to Sushiswap. So if nobody takes away the liquidity from Uniswap, you can see that almost all of the liquidity on Uniswap will be transferred over to Sushiswap. And that will basically be a very, very bad thing for Uniswap. But I highly doubt that most people here would be able to, would be okay to transfer the funds to Sushiswap. So before the 2-week period is over, I'm expecting people to actually just withdraw their funds away. So I would suggest, if you want to do this crazy yield farming, is that you consider that so you're not the last person to withdraw your liquidity out. Or you just decide like, okay, I'm just gonna go over and I'm gonna transfer the liquidity over to Uniswap, to Sushiswap, whatever happens. So there's big risks involved, and nobody knows. Okay, Sushiswap just went higher in price. That's crazy. Anyway, what you don't want to do is just be here until the last minute, because the network of Ethereum will be completely blocked, and the gas fees at the last minute will be massively high when people want to exit before the migration happens. So you have to decide, you want to exit 2 days before, 3 days before, 4 days before, 5 days before, 6 days before, or whenever you want to exit before everyone else exits, because that's basically like the best way I could explain it is like a Ponzi scheme. That's basically how it works. So in no way I am promoting this. I want you to know all the risks involved when you, if you want to get in on this, because now the noobs who don't know how this protocol works, they buy this token and they will be dumped on. I can promise you that. They will be dumped on if you own this. But if you just provide liquidity here, the risk is a little bit lower. But again, the thing could get hacked. But I'm expecting the price of Sushi to plummet before the migration happens. And after the migration happens, if there's nothing bad happens, and actually a large portion of the liquidity is transferred over to Sushiswap, that's when I can I'm expecting the price of Sushi to actually recover. And one thing also is like, this all happened in a span of 3 days. This one protocol made by almost one guy, they said they have 5 guys. I'm confusing. I don't know how many people are in this protocol. All I know is that the master chef here is Chef Nomi, or Nomi Chef. This guy is the master chef who is behind this one single protocol that now has more than $1 billion worth of funds locked in. And yeah, it's completely crazy how much money this has gathered. And it could have been like a complete scam either. But as far as it looks, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a scam. So that's just what it looks like. And here they confirm that there will be an audit. So Quantstamp is willing to audit all contracts. And when I was looking at their Discord, they said that they already agreed on the price of $9,000. So there will be an actual audit on the smart contracts. So everything from the migration should happen without problems if the audit goes well. So we will see if the audit actually goes well. If the audit goes bad, then of course the price of Sushi will plummet again and people will withdraw their funds. So again, there's massive risks involved. And if you want to still get in on the crazy action of the or benefit from this, okay, the price of Sushi went up again. Anyway, if you want to benefit from the from this crazy yield farming thing that's happening, what you can do instead is just take a look at these different protocols here or these different pools, and you look like, okay, there's UMA, there's Band, there's Link, there's Ample, whatever pools there are, Lend, Comp, SNX, and YFI. These protocols are being farmed here with these crazy annual returns. So maybe buying these tokens could be beneficial and not stake them on this platform. So buy them on a centralized exchange like Binance, or even Crypto.com exchange now has some. You can buy them on KuCoin, you can buy them on many exchanges, and just hold them and speculate on the price increase of these coins. Because as you saw, so much of the liquidity is just being thrown into Uniswap currently to mine these crazy Sushi tokens. And as you saw, a lot of the Sushi tokens, or a lot of this liquidity is on the Sushiswap on the smart contract, locked in the smart contract. And if people want to actually withdraw the funds and then convert the liquidity pools back into the actual tokens, after that they are only able to starting to sell it. So you have a head start. If something bad happens, you have a head start to sell all of those coins that are on this list. So it's bullish for these coins as long as they are being farmed for this crazy yield. But there's a turning point at some point. I'm expecting that this whole thing will not draw more liquidity, will not draw more funds inside, and then there's a turning point when the price will actually start to go down and people will start withdrawing funds. So we will see if it happens because of like a natural curve, like a curve like this, or if there will be a news that will basically just like cut everything. So that's basically how everything works. It's highly risky, and if you want to min-max your profits here, I'm going to talk about a little bit of that for now. So if you want to min-max everything, what you can do, oh, by the way, I'll show you this also. So there's this governance page also that you can basically vote for different things that's happening. And there was one here, was it this one, active? So this one I think was the one that's gonna go active very soon. Let me see. Computer is getting a little bit slower, but there was basically a vote for this one pool here, which was the sushi party pool. So this one actually has 2x rewards currently, and there was a vote if they will increase that pool reward system. So I think it was said here, yeah, it has 2x bonus. So there was a vote if they will increase this bonus, and they did increase this bonus to 5x, and it will go live sometime today, because the vote I saw it was ending like 3 hours from now or something. And after that, this bonus will go to 5x, which basically means that all of these different all these other pools here will see less APY. So the most profits you will be getting from this sushi party pool. So that's basically what will happen, is that the APY from these different pools will drop while this one pool will go up. So that's just something you have to consider. The price went up again. It's crazy. Another thing was this one. So if you want to get in on this, now we talk about the min-maxing. So if you want to get in on this sushi party pool, you have to have Sushi and ETH in a pool. But what you can do instead, and this is not for the small time farmers, and by the way, if you want to farm these, you shouldn't do this with less than $2,000 capital, because the gas fees are so massive that you're basically paying $100 just for the gas fees to do anything here. So if you have less than $2,000, I wouldn't do anything. Okay, again, the price went up. Anyway, let's talk about the min-maxing. So you can come to this smart contract here. And again, if you're taking a risk here with the unaudited smart contract, this is another unaudited smart contract on top of the unaudited smart contract. So you're taking a massive leverage here. But I'm just trying these things for you guys also. Like, I would not be throwing this much money here if I was not making these videos. So just keep that in mind as well. So this, what you can do here is that when you have sushi, you can convert it to G sushi. And what G sushi does is that it divides your capital into Ethereum and sushi, and it deposits it into the sushi party pool. So this pool right here, when you get these G sushi tokens, you know that you have Ethereum as well as sushi. So you are suffering from impermanent loss. So this number here was actually 23 yesterday, and now it's lower. So this is a constant number after you provide this liquidity here, but this number is going up and down depending on the price. So as price of sushi goes up, this actually goes down. So that's the impermanent loss going on here. But if you want to do this and you want to farm sushi in that pool, what this does is that whenever somebody clicks this harvest button, they will get a little bit sushi as a compensation to harvest this sushi, and this sushi is put back into the pool. So you're basically compounding interest, because as you saw here, let's go back to the band pool here. If you would want to compound interest on your own, what you have to do here on these pools is that you have to first harvest the money here and pay the $12, $13 fee here, and then you have to deposit the sushi back. So you have to pay gas fees regardless. But in this smart contract, people, when they do this, you're basically these funds are all put into one massive pool, and whenever somebody harvests this, everybody in that pool gets the compound interest. So just that. So you basically benefit from other people through this unaudited smart contract as well. So that's just this min-maxing strategy, which gives you even more risk. And for me, this G-Sushi I have here, I'm not gonna add more. I'm just gonna let it run here, and I'm probably gonna run to the up to the migration with this money that I have in the sushi party pool. But not from now on, whatever happens in the band pool as well as the link pool, I'm just gonna sell every sushi I can to market whenever it's profitable for me. So I'm taking my profits off the table. So that's basically my min-maxing strategy right there. And is this profitable? Should you do this? It's totally up to you. I'm not recommending it. I've told all the risks there are. Everything is still unaudited, so the audit will take like 2, 3, 4 days before it's actually audited. But as you can see here, one protocol 3 days, they are basically already taking on Uniswap, and yeah, the value locked just goes up in millions all the time. And the price of sushi is just going up as well. Okay, I think I've said enough about sushi. I'm a little bit like torn about this, like what it actually means for the DeFi and crypto is that people are crazy. First of all, it has Ponzi-like qualities. It could be a Ponzi, we don't know yet. You could lose all of your money. Don't buy the sushi token. If you want to get in on this, just farm a little bit sushi. Don't buy it, because it could get dumped on at any moment. Plan your exit strategy. Be prepared to accept losses. And if this protocol fails and $1 billion of money is taken out of crypto, it will be very, very, very bearish for crypto as a whole, even for Bitcoin probably. So keep that in mind as well, that like this could be some top of the bubble action right here. So this could mean like if this fails, that there will be a downturn in the whole crypto as well. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, if this works, there will be much, much, much more copies of this as well. So you will be seeing a lot of these things going forward. And one more thing I want to tell you is that As this goes on, when the yield actually drops from the 10x back to 1x after the 2-week period, after, where is this timer, was it here? Yeah, so after this timer goes and the reward is 1x, will people look for another place to put their funds in that gives these crazy yields? I think they do, because as you saw, Uniswap, which was the biggest protocol, basically the untouchable giant, the centerpiece of DeFi, is now being taken over by Sushi. So if that can happen to Uniswap, there can be a banana that takes over the sushi, or there can be a bacon that takes over the sushi, or there can be whatever funny meme coin that you can think of that can take over the sushi. So everything is very, very dangerous here. Everything is risky. So if you want to take off some profits, take off some profits off the table. And if you want to get in on the sushi action, you're at your own risk. And again, do not buy sushi. That's like the number one thing. And whatever yield farming coin there is, Wi-Fi or YFV, do not buy that coin in excess, because you could get dumped on at any moment in time. But if you want to farm it with your fund from Band or ETH or whatever, that's at your own risk. I think I've said enough now. I think you have the basic understanding now. Yeah, so that's it basically for Sushi. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about Sushi down below in the comments. Subscribe to this channel, of course. Like this video if you thought this was interesting. And let me know also if I missed something. I will put more detail in the pinned post down below this video as we get more updates, so look for that as well. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.